This is the reaction and discussion of My Hero Academia Season 5, Episode 2. The reaction will now commence. Okay, so Endeavor is thinking about Dabi. I'm very curious about this. I'm very happy we're continuing with the Endeavor R. Okay, Dabi might have powered up, or maybe he was this strong. So for now, he at least doesn't remember him. Ooh. War. Oh. Oh! Okay, so Hawks. Okay. Ooh, number 4? There she is! Wait, is she number 5? Can't remember. Mirko, I believe is her name. I'm glad another top hero actually came in to help. And I'm also glad Endeavor finished it by himself. Oh! Yep. Wait, this is the same. Yep, the beginning indeed. In so many different ways. Ooh, Hawks. Ooh.
嘘つきと丸腰で会うわけにはいかなかったからな。これまでのとは明らかに次元が違ってた。
Yep.
気が変わったんだ。ノームのせい。
Yep.
しかし違う。適当な強いやつって言ったろ。ナンバーワンに大ダメージ。喜ばれると思ったんだけど。
Indeed. So they don't exactly trust each other, clearly. Is Hawks? I'm curious, Hawks. Yeah, I feel like Hawks is definitely trying to play him. At least a little bit. Oh. Okay. Okay, so they're clearly making it that he is completely on the good guy's side. Yep, his quirk is awesome. Okay. Ah, he remembered. Ooh. About? I'm curious, what did Dabi say? I mean, I saw what he said, I just didn't get it. 2 days. Yep. Yes, that's how you should treat it. Indeed. Ooh. Alright. Wow, Endeavor. Wow. Endeavor is still Endeavor. Nope. Oh, Endeavor says bye. Okay, so Hawks is 100% on the hero side. What? Oh. Interesting. Interesting backstory. So he... Oh. Okay. Right. Oh? Oh. My goodness, really? Was Aizawa going to fight the cat? Wow. Yeah. And now it's paralleled. Oh. Wow. Oh. That's fine. Yep. Yeah, I remember this. That's fine. He accepts that. Of course. Toya. Toya. They definitely foreshadowed it a lot here. Okay. Endeavor reacted the right way. Wow. You really like talking out loud. Oh, she is fun. Oh. Oh my goodness, he became a meme! And in a good way. Oh. Yep, but you're also another one. Yep. There's a difference between... They're 2 people. Yep. Oh. Yep. Oh. Oh. Okay. He was waiting outside. No, come on, that conversation is so interesting. Now the conversation is continuing. Why did you... Oh. Oh, this, right. This. Because of how much you can actually control, I assume. How much you've actually accepted the power. I do remember the backstory of One for All. Oh, we're getting the actual birth of One for All, maybe. Yep. I hate the fact that we're not getting... Wait, you didn't know that? Oh, the theme! Okay, you're talking about what happened when the powers were first revealed. Huh. Interesting. You won't be able to go back. Oh wait, he changed it? Okay. Huh. Interesting. His power is something that truly can be... Oh, who are you? Yeah, you think that? Now I see how... Obviously if I could have guessed how he was able to get where he was. This is so stupid, I'm so interested in this. But I really want the other one too. Give me both. Yeah, sure. I'm certain they did. So, is that part of One for All? You just get the memories of the previous ones? That's a theme that loves being thrown into anime. Oh. Yep. Okay. Okay. And okay. It's good cut here. End of the episode. Oh. Oh. Singularity point. So Avatar, pretty much. I'm very happy this episode happened. Yeah, I think this is over. I'm so happy. My hero is back. Okay, sadly enough I have to go through this discussion quickly, mostly because, yeah, it's actually getting pretty dark. First I'm gonna talk about the thing I'm a little less interested in, and by that I mean I really want to see it and I would be happy if it actually continues in the next episode. That being One for All and how it functions. So I think this episode kind of confirms it, that my hero with One for All is definitely going in the path where it's pretty much a power where the previous holders will be able to talk to him. Obviously, the first said we haven't reached singularity yet. He did mention that Deku is revealed at this point only because he can control about 20% of the actual power, which we know for a fact is more than All Might. Because obviously, every time the power is passed on, you become even more powerful. So yeah, that quirk is insane. But anyway, as I was saying, it is very curious. I really love showing the perspective of how One for All did it. It was very easy to imagine how he would do it, but I do love with him going with this perspective that there definitely would be many people who are not happy with the powers they were given. Even though some people would be incredibly happy with powers like Endeavor's, like Todoroki, yeah, even like, who knows, even Mineta's power is not anything detrimental to you, it's just a plus, kinda. I mean, it depends, is he short because of his power or is it genetics? I mean, powers are also genetics, but besides the point, let's just say that I would say probably more than half, and maybe I'm being a little too optimistic here, but more than half of the powers are awesome, and probably 20% or so don't even do anything and don't even change you physically. I assume. Although maybe I'm being a little too optimistic with that. Then again, there are also those powers like I would say Tokuyami, where yeah, it does change his physical appearance, but it also has an awesome power added to it, so pros and cons depends on the person. Now, they did say meta powers, which clearly enough means that the quirk terminology hasn't been developed yet. Obviously, this is with the very start. All for One was at the very, very beginning, and his quirk is insanely powerful, even from the start, which, yeah, we know for a fact that the more time passes, the more your quirks become even stronger. And yeah, not more time, but the more generations pass, the more quirks become more complex, more difficult to control, so on and so forth, which is important to remember. Now, as I said, I really appreciate all the information on All for One and One for All. However, so Hawks is not only not a traitor, but he absolutely 100% is against the villains. And he did say that he absolutely stated his ideology, his goal. He was able to confess his deepest desire to the person he considers the greatest hero. And I think that's amazing. And I really like Hawks more. I am actually kind of happy that it's not something in the middle. I mean, it kind of is. It's a hero who's willing to sacrifice some people, although he did say that no one was lost. So in a way, and also obviously Dabi kind of duped him a little bit and sent that Nomu at that level. And also, clearly enough, Hawks took advantage of the fact that Endeavor was there with him, and he didn't just choose a random strong guy, he chose literally the strongest hero at the moment and him together. So yeah, that was great. And I really love even at the end where Dabi tried to go on ahead and attack the other two and also tried to get the body of the experimental Nomo. Mirko actually managed to go on ahead and interrupt that, which I love that. It makes a lot of sense. Certain heroes, especially in the top 10, that were even remotely close, and especially like Mirko, that have, I would say, increased movement. I'm certain she does have increased movement, and at the very least, she has very big jumping speed, sure. And clearly enough, she was able to get quite quickly there. So yeah, kind of sad she wasn't able to get there a little earlier, but Endeavor was able to win by himself. So, well, Endeavor was able to win with the help of Hawks. There we go. And at the end by himself. But yeah, it wasn't really by himself. He was able to prove that he is the number one hero right now. Now, as I said, I do love that they're going this direction with Hawks, and I really love the little imagery of him actually being able to save all the people around him whenever he was 10 or something, or even younger than that, and him holding the little Endeavor toy. And also, I still remember the speech at the last season whenever he was talking about that Endeavor has made it pretty damn awkward sometimes, and yeah, I really love that Hawks is the way he is. And I truly, after this episode, I absolutely do believe that he does consider Endeavor his hero. Maybe, I don't know about his inspiration, because what I got here is that, in a way, he's doing this out of responsibility. At the same time, he does want to help. I kind of have mixed emotions on how Hawks is, and that's awesome. I probably, if I rewatch it, I'll get a better idea, but I'm certain Hawks will be his character will be delved into more. I don't think that's the word, but he will definitely reveal more of himself in the future. Now, whatever happened to the Endeavor family? Also, I do love the thing of Hawks talking of how he was actually a little more outgoing this time, and he was trying to draw attention so that it seems like an obvious excuse that the novel would attack then. And I do love that Hawks actually didn't want the Nomu to attack there precisely. As I said, this episode confirms he's 100% a hero. He is doing some questionable things, even though the government is asking him to do it. And I really do like him. Honestly, Hawks is kind of climbing the ranks of my favorite heroes. Endeavor is also very, very high. I would say Endeavor is probably my third favorite. No, you know what? Yeah, episode 25 is my favorite, and I really loved episode 24 as well. So, and this episode, which I need to talk about right now as well. Yeah, I think I'm doing this kind of with the future in mind, but I'm placing Endeavor as my second favorite hero. And I do hope that this season, please, for the whole of everything, I hope they do not. Obviously, Nova is always so awesome that he legitimately needs to be nerfed, otherwise, he can literally solve every single problem. I don't know whether he could have one-shot it All for One. We haven't seen it. But theoretically, he does negate. I mean, have we seen him negate multiple quirks? We have seen him negate the quirk of the normal. And he said that the normal itself is just that powerful, so maybe he can actually negate multiple quirks, although he should have wounded the Nomu so that we know whether he negates all the quirks. I think he probably will be able to do it, that's why he actually wasn't in the battle. In the future it will be shown that he can negate multiple quirks. And he also has a good limitation with the fact that if it is a quirk that is just like Tailman, he won't be able to stop it. So yeah, I really love Aizawa. Sorry I went on, sorry I started talking about him, but let's talk about my second favorite hero. I do love the conversation with him and Hawks, as I said, even from Endeavor's perspective, and showing that Endeavor is also kind of trying to be, what's the right word? He's trying to be, is supportive the right word? I don't think so. He's trying to be wary, trying to warn him. I don't know. But yeah, at least for me, I definitely felt that Hawks was little tiny bit of enjoying the fact that he was able to talk to his hero in a way. So I could have imagined that, but I think I kind of got that feeling whenever he was talking to Endeavor here. Now that I know everything that has happened so far, maybe if I look into episode 24, I'll realize it even more. Although he complimented Endeavor saying that he's cool also from the very start. So yeah, I think it was kind of obvious I should have gotten that. But anyway, and I'm very happy Todoroki mentioned this. The hero Endeavor was great. But there is a difference between Father and Endeavor. And I'm very happy Todoroki has grown enough to actually understand that. And talking about his growth, I'll mention the other thing too, but that is definitely very important. The fact that his father has done some, how can I say it? Definitely not moral things. Definitely immoral things. Yeah, sure, let's go with that. That's a light way to put it, but it is a way to put it. But he's still able to understand that as a hero, he is doing good things. He is, in a way, just saving the world, saving everyone else. So that shouldn't be ignored. But it also shouldn't be fused with the fact that Endeavor and what's his name? Dabi referred to him, which I am talking about Dabi in a second. Enji Todoroki. So, the Todoroki family. Where should I start with this? I think it's amazing that Shoto was able to give a chance to Endeavor. Also, he's pretty young, so I guess is it easier for him? I don't know, though, but he is able to understand that his father is definitely trying. He is giving it his all the best way he knows. So he's also going to give him a chance, just like he gives a chance to Endeavor. I believe that Shoto does accept Endeavor as the number one hero. But he just now needs to understand, and I mean, yeah, I guess he does need to accept, not forgive, but accept Enju Todoroki as his father. But I do love that Endeavor is also thinking about everything, and he's understanding everything that's happening. And sadly enough, they cut off the thing with him going on ahead and trying to talk to Natsuo, which, that would have been so fun. I wish they continued that. I hope they continue it in the next episode. And I'm very happy where the Todoroki storyline is going. Talking about the Todoroki family storyline. What happened to our older brother Toya? Whatever happened to him? I do not know. I cannot even consider what could have possibly occurred to this eldest brother. I just cannot. I don't think especially in this episode, he's just such a mystery, revealing that there's a third brother. Yeah, actually, third, right? Is the third brother in the Todoroki family. So four kids. And also, I have to mention the sister because she's so wholesome. She obviously she's trying to do something unrealistic in a way, which I don't blame her for doing it, but she's hoping that everyone else can forgive him, which obviously she has. I mean, yeah, I think that she has, and clearly enough, Natsuo and Todoroki are not. I guess it's kind of going this way. The sister has definitely, even if she hasn't forgiven him, she's already kind of accepted him, and she's willing to work with him as a family. Shoto is willing to try. Natsuo needs to have a conversation. And obviously enough, Toya is probably very much so unwilling to do all of that. And yeah, you know what, I can mention Dabi a little bit, because Dabi is interesting. Obviously, he wanted to have an interesting conversation with Endeavor. He did say that he wants to have a conversation in the future, and he begged Endeavor to survive so that they can talk about it in the future. Okay, now let's talk seriously. How could possibly Toya's end or whatever be connected to everything? How? What has happened to Toya? I'm very positive that Endeavor hasn't taken the life of his own child. I know for a fact that if he has done that, he's kind of irredeemable at that point. Pretty positive my hero is willing to give Endeavor a chance, just like Todoroki, and make him into a proper father and a hero in the future. And just like episode 25 said, this is just the beginning. So yeah, my prediction with what Toya, because there was the thing with Dabi also touching his skin and everything. Is it possible? Is it possible that Toya tried to take his own life, and he actually did, but somehow because of his quirk he survived? That's an interesting prediction. I think it's more than likely that. I mean, no, I think it's more than likely something connected to his quirk. I just cannot comprehend how is it even possible that something has happened to Toya that Endeavor would be responsible of, which wouldn't involve him being irredeemable. The only ways I can think it is precisely if Toya has tried to take his own life, and that's maybe how things have truly spiraled out of control at that point. But that's the thing. I don't understand what's up with Toya, because I've never seen anyone talk about him. No one has ever mentioned him before, except Natsu in this episode. So here is the question. Hasn't ever tried the same thing with his mother of Todoroki with another female that has an amazing quirk? Or maybe is Toya an illegitimate child that was brought into the family? And that was all maybe even before uh, Endeavor tried to make Todoroki and everything that happened afterwards. I don't know, there are many possibilities, it's actually getting dark. I'm very happy about this episode. I feel like my hero is definitely going in an awesome direction. And there's you there, you can subscribe to my channel there. Hope you enjoyed this as much as I did.